In the title and the thumbnail, I kind of hint that deception is the heart of combat sports. It's more like the left artery. There's at least one half of the equation. The other half is overwhelming force and capability. Now, there are generally two ways to win in just about every sport. Either you're more capable and forceful than your opponent, so you're just faster than them, so you outrun them. You're stronger than them, so you outlift them. You're bigger, you're stronger, and you're faster, so you outwrestle them. Regardless, you just dominate them with force, right? Or technique, right? That's the second option. Your technique is better, so you're in a position to outmaneuver them in tennis or whatever sport you choose. That's capability or force, right? Those are generally the two ways you win in a sport. Either you're just too physically superior, or your skills are too dominating to overcome. But that's the easy part, at least when we talk about force. But even the technique is, once you start to develop a cursory understanding of a sport, even the technique is quite easy to understand and look at a situation and see why someone with a particular technique in a particular setting is better. We can see that, we can measure it. That's the surface, right? But then there's something else that's also a unifier in just about every competition where there's direct head-to-head technical matchups where skill is paramount. The ability to act, the ability to deceive, the ability to confuse is essential to one's ability to succeed. Combat sports is very unique relative to other sports, not just because of the emphasis on violence, but because so often someone can be so much more physically capable, overwhelming their opponent. But if their opponent knows how to craft a convincing lie, they control the fight. If the opponent knows how to make you flinch, knows how to make you hesitate, knows how to make you punch air, even if you're physically superior to them in terms of power, in terms of speed, in terms of durability, even in terms of endurance and psychological will, you are still in danger. In the context of boxing, what that means is you can be the physically more dangerous fighter, but if you think I'm about to throw a jab to the body and you really believe that and you lower your guard and instead I launch a full power overhand into your chin and you're not expecting it, you just lost the fight, even if you were better the whole time. Truth is everything. Expectations equal preparation. If you aren't prepared, you might not survive. So if you can be fooled into putting all of your resources in one basket, the wrong basket, and preparing for the wrong outcome, you probably won't have enough resources to acutely prepare for the right thing, the real outcome. If someone can tell you a convincing story, if they can sell a convincing lie, a lie so convincing that they get you to make a mistake and prepare for the wrong thing, they can set you up. And it doesn't matter if you were better for 35 minutes out of the 36 minutes that you were fighting. You were deceived one good time, and that's all it requires. In basketball, you get put on a highlight reel. If you try and reach for the ball and someone crosses you up and you slide and you fall, and then they shoot the three or they go dunk or whatever, because you believe he was going in one direction and he went another. In football, same thing with a juke or somebody runs a really good route. In boxing, or just about any type of striking, the results are quite similar, but they're far more drastic and terrifying, because you won't just be on a highlight reel, you'll be on the ground in front of everyone. Even if you were seeming like the better fighter. But that's the beautiful thing about combat sports. One of the massive separators between combat sports and any other set of sports is if you play football and you're down 30 points, you're down 30 points. Same thing with basketball or most ball sports. In boxing, if you're down 11 rounds, all it takes is for you to tell one good lie, and the story flips on its head. At any given moment, if you effectively deceive your opponent and capitalize on it properly, points go out the window. And you just crafted yourself a great story, a rocky comeback. It's extremely difficult to find that in any other sport. Where one lie can flip an entire story on its head. That's the power of deception. But there's another part to it. and we'll talk about some more parts of deception in the future, but hiding your pain, that's another example of acting and deceiving. And we'll talk about that, why they say in order to be a great fighter you have to be a great actor, because if you show weakness you will be taken advantage of, and so you have to hide when you are at your weakness. You have to hide the weakness when you are at your weakest. It's also something to be said about overwhelming somebody with lies, constant feints, making them react to stuff that doesn't exist, like a psychological gaslighting, making them believe all this different stuff, and they're fighting ghosts basically. There's also another dimension there. Lies have so many uses, and deception is one of the things that makes combat sports very special. I'm out.